conducting some aquaponics wicking bed maintenance. A few weeks ago we had a freeze, so a lot of the plants died, and they decided to do some maintenance, primarily to inspect the drain pipe for root infestation. Appears to be pretty clean. This is the drain pipe. It's wrapped in filter fabric, just like this. You can see how the roots went through the filter fabric. This is the underside of the filter fabric. Worked pretty well, this wicking bed. A lot of root ball here, so I didn't really remove that roots for this lemongrass. Just a review, the water comes in at that pipe through that drain pipe there that snakes around under in the sand. And as the water comes into that pipe, effluent pipe, it fills up, the water fills up to this level, the sand level, because the holes in the drain pipe are at the top of the pipe. Then it drains out at the end of the bed. At this location. Also, this filter fabric worked very well to keep the separation between the soil and the sand. As you can see, there's slight infiltration of the soil on the side of the bed. That's simply because that's where the filter fabric stopped. The overall location of the wicking bed is at the head of the system, just beyond the wicking bed is the dual root zone flood and drain grow bed, and then the fish tank is at the end, and in between the fish tank and the flood and drain grow bed is the sump. Adding new wicking bed soil, which consists of homemade compost, worm castings, perlite, and sand. Needed to add some inches of soil because it was getting low through compaction and things. I like to have 12 inches of soil. I had roughly 8 or so inches, maybe a little less. This time I'm going to make it so it's 12 inches of soil. I finished maintenance on the wicking bed, added some new compost, and I planted some seeds, and I have trimmed the lemongrass back because it died off during the freeze. I'll go over what I planted in here in this video. Planted some lemon balm seeds. Planted some chamomile seeds. And out these white tagged spots, purple echinacea seeds. Then there's also some tomatoes just freely sprouted up from the compost, and some pumpkins. Again, this wicking bed is 3 feet by 8 feet. Has roughly 10 to 12 inches of soil and 6 inches of sand underneath. The lemongrass had about 3 feet by 4 foot tall bunch of lemongrass here. It died off in the freeze. We had about 14-degree low for about 3 or 4 days. Died off. Just cut it back and now it's growing again. I'll thin it out some more once it's fully sprouted out. Here's the position of the wicking bed in relation to the full aquaponics setup. We got the wicking bed at the highest point. Then I have a 6 foot by 12 foot flood and drain dual root zone setup. All these plants here from the winter, I had to put them in the greenhouse so they don't die off. Here's the sump. With the various returns. Here's the 500-gallon tank. My 70-gallon radial flow settling tank. I'll do another detailed video on that later.